Confidential became the best-selling magazine on American newsstands, surpassing Time, Life, and the Saturday Evening Post. "Everybody reads it, but they say that Cook brought it into the house," Humphrey Bogart famously quipped. By 1955, when Confidential published the Wrong Door raid story, the magazine had nearly 16 million readers. Confidential's spectacular rise was followed by an equally spectacular fall. Stars filed multi-million-dollar libel suits against Confidential, and California prosecuted the magazine for obscenity and criminal libel, publishing false statements with an intent to harm. The charges culminated in a star-studded 1957 trial, later described as the O.J. Simpson trial of its time. The state forced Confidential to tone down its gossip. Shortly after, Harrison sold the magazine, and Confidential's career was over. But its legacy lives on in our obsession with gossip and celebrity scandal. Confidential was the founder of sleazy celebrity gossip journalism in America. This book tells its story and reveals how the magazine revolutionized celebrity culture and American society in the 1950s and beyond. Confidential was the forerunner of People, the National Enquirer, and TMZ.com, and it was raunchier and more outrageous than all of them. With its wild red, yellow, and blue covers, screaming headlines, and tawdry stories, Confidential exploded the pristine, candy-coated image of movie stars that Hollywood and the press had sold to the public. It transformed America from a nation of innocents to a more sophisticated, worldly people, wise to the phony and constructed nature of celebrity. It shifted reporting on celebrities from an enterprise of concealment and make-believe to one that was more frank, bawdy, and true. The 1950s were an age of conformity and conservatism, the era of Mickey Mouse and Leave It to Beaver, of suburbia, anti-communism, and family values, and Confidential tore through all of that like a wrecking ball. Confidential blew the top off America's prim, upright self-image, and it ushered in the skepticism and cynicism toward authorities, images, and ideals that would come to define American life in the 1960s and after. Confidential redrew the boundaries between private and public life and the limits of public expression. It marked the end of an era of hush-hush, of secrets, closets, and sexual taboos, and the beginning of our age of tell-all exposure. Confidential shattered America's complacency and exploded its innocence. In doing that, it lay the foundations of our own more jaded, weary times. Confidential magazine was the brainchild of Robert Harrison, one of the unsung media pioneers of the 20th century. The son of Russian Jewish immigrants, a ladies' man, and a slick nightclub playboy, Harrison started his career in the 1940s when he published the first pin-up magazines in the country. By the end of the decade, Harrison, renowned as the Cheesecake King, was publishing 6 different girly magazines. In the early 1950s, Harrison decided to expand his empire with an exposé magazine, revealing sensational stories about crime, sin, and urban vice. Promising to go behind the scenes and reveal facts that were stunning, hideous, naughty, taboo, torrid, daring, shocking, sinful, and 100% true, Confidential debuted in 1952. The racist, homophobic right-wing publication became famous for exposing communists and for outing homosexuals in politics and high society. Playing to the public's worst fears and taboos, Confidential hit a nerve. But it wasn't until Confidential started reporting on movie stars that it became a true sensation. Before Confidential, Hollywood was literally a dream factory. As depicted in fan magazines and the mainstream press, Movie stars were.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.